Wotie Japoma Radio Adeshema. Wotie Japoma Radio Adeshema.
Titi wobika, titi wobichire. Titi wobika, Japoma Radio moya soronko.
Wotie Japoma Radio Adeshema. Wotie Japoma Radio Adeshema. Good afternoon, it's the Midday News Live on Japoma Radio. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and then on Twitter, Japoma Radio GH, on YouTube, King of Kings Media. Download the app on the Google Play Store on your phone. Coming up, 4 NPP members seek injunction on Sunyani East Polling Station election. With or without e-levy, Ghana will still be going to IMF, Sulemana Brahma. Ayawaso West war gone violence victims accuse government of failing to compensate them. There's many more coming up on your way. I am Josephine Nate. Details shortly. Welcome back. The news in details. 4 members of the New Patriotic Party (NPP) in the Sunyani East constituency have filed injunction to halt the party's upcoming polling station and electoral area coordinators election. They are Asamoah Mohammed Habib Bawumia, Tia Opoku Paul, and Mohammed Elias. The plaintiffs claims there is a deliberate attempt by the constituency executives of the party and the committee to deny aspirants nomination forms. For this reason, the executives have been selling the nomination forms to their preferred aspirants while denying others. According to them, all efforts to purchase nomination forms have proven fatal. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has irritated government's willingness to support any institution, public or private, which intends implementing digital intervention to promote efficiency and fight corruption in the provision of public service. The successful implementation of such initiative, Dr. Bawumia explained, ties in with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's vision to make access to government service easier, more efficient, and reduce the human interface which could lead to corruption. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia gave the affiliation at the launch of a digitalized national assay laboratory run by the National Assayer, the Precious Mineral Marketing Company PMMC, which has the mandate to assay all precious mineral earmarked for export in Accra on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Also, government is taking its next town hall meeting to discuss the electronic transaction levy, e-levy to the Volta region. The 5th town hall meeting, to be organized by the Information Ministry, has been scheduled from 1 p.m. on Friday, March 4th. It will be held at the conference hall at Freedom Hotel in Ho. The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is the principal speaker for the meeting. Also, Information Minister Kojo Opon Nkrumah, Volta Regional Minister Dr. Archibald Diao-Leche, Railway Development Minister John Peter Amewu, the CEO of Bui Power Authority Samuel Kofi Achive Jamasi, and Chief Executive Officer of National Youth Authority Enam Haji Day will take turns to interact with citizens present. Still on the Parliament news. The Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, MFWA, Suleiman Brahima, says, per the current state of the economy, it is inevitable that government will seek assistance from the International Monetary Fund, IMF. Government has told citizens it will not seek financial assistance from the IMF, but implementing the electronic transaction levy, e-levy, to enable it to generate enough revenue for its expenditure. But Mr. Brahima is of the assertion that regardless of the approval or ejection of the e-levy, the Ghana government will request assistance from the IMF. He urged that this is because the economy is collapsed, a devastating situation he believes must not be blamed on the COVID-19 pandemic, but rather corruption and mismanagement of the country resource. We take a break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Now moving on with some local news. Hundreds of people from all walks of life trooped to the Zongo playgrounds over the weekend to mark this year's Damba Festival in style. Often referred to as Dama in Mampruli and in Jubinti in Wale. The festival is celebrated by the chiefs and people of the Northern Savannah, Northeast and Upper West regions in the lunar month of Damba, the third month of the Islamic calendar. It signifies unity, cooperation and existence among the people. Damba is celebrated to mark the birth and naming of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Organized by the Damba Youth Group in Obuasi, the festival brought together traditional authorities, local authorities, national public authorities. Also, the rich culture of the various tribes from northern Ghana was exhibited to mark the festival, which celebrates, glorifies of the chieftaincy of the place. The grandmother of the Edubiase traditional area, Nana Ekria John II, who graced the occasion with the Dompoase Kontihini Nana Bosompim Katechi Apenting, praised the organizers for assembling most of the tribes in Ghana to exhibit their culture. Founder of Action Chapel International, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, has cautioned about the complacency in protecting and consolidating Ghana's current peace. In a sermon on February 27, 2022, the Papa, as he is also referred to, tasked politicians and members of the security agencies to pay attention to the signs on the walls and not dare or ignore them. At the tail end of his second sermon, the Archbishop referenced the ongoing Russian-Ukraine conflict to mark his point about how coming events always cast their shadows, but only for those who look out for the relevant, seize and take action. Let's take a look at the video.
Let's give him praise. Now a quick one. I want you to pray quickly that the Holy Spirit and the inspiration of God shall quicken me one more time to bless you. To bless you and God's people all over the world. Pray that prayer right now as you put your hands together. Ask the Lord, quicken your servant by your spirit. Quicken your servant according to your mercies. Quicken your servant according to the multitudes of thy mercies, Lord. Quicken the Archbishop to impact our lives, to bless us, to illuminate us. Illuminate him to illuminate us. Give him clarity. Help him to help us. Empower him to empower us. Bless him to bless us. People according to their fruit. For you shall know them by their fruit. You shall judge them, analyze them, understand who they are by their fruits or by their maturity or character. Every prophet or anyone that prophesy or anyone that operates in the gifts of the Spirit in town. Because somebody can be operating in the gifts of the Spirit and it doesn't mean the person is mature more. Because we used to fly. Clarity that you don't just go around, we are in service right now, and the result of me provoking my father, my mother, or anyone with authority over me, related authority, and that is spirituality. Trying to argue with him and trying to challenge him and trying to get him to listen to, it's not going to help. You everybody lift up your hands. Everybody lift up. Begin to weary us, to cause us to be weak-handed and go into the realm of the Spirit. So anybody who has ability to see into the realm of the Spirit can see that in the spirit realm there is a dead wish.
Away from that, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, has accused the government of deliberately targeting him for financial persecution. The man, popularly referred to as General Mosquito, alleged that the government had deliberately set out to cripple him financially by running his businesses aground. He disclosed on March 2nd, 2022, that his 4 blood-making factories are suffering because of the failure of the government to honor financial obligations to contractors he works with. General Mosquito said his factory supplied blocks for a project that has been completed and commissioned, but the assembly has refused to pay the contractor, so I remain unpaid. So all the money that I should be using to buy materials is locked up. It is deliberate. Away from that, lawyers of victims of the 2019 Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election shooting incident have accused the government of showing little or no commitment in the payment of compensations to their client. The lawyer explained that several attempts to meet the Attorney General to conclude on the compensation bill not being fulfilled 6 months after the first engagement. One of the lawyers for the victim, Victor Kojoga Awudu, described the development as worrying as the health condition of the victims are getting worse. This is quite disappointing, especially when victims of the Ejura incident have been attended to. We are still waiting for the Attorney General to call us. We have been chasing him at his office. We have not been able to meet him yet. We will keep trying to get through to him and see how best it pans out. We take a break. When we come back, is the business news. Welcome back from the break. Now moving on to some business news. The liquefied petroleum gas LPG price will experience a 5% adjustment from today, March 3rd, 2022. The restored PSRL is 0.16 pesos per litre on petrol, 0.14 per litre on diesel, and 0.14 per kilogram on LPG. Experts have warned the restored PSRL and its attendant increase in the price of LPG will further decrease the commodity consumption rather and worsen the plight of the ordinary consumer. LPG is now 9.76 per kilogram, translating to about 140 for a 14.5k cylinder. The Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kuma, has blamed the development on the CDP performance. According to him, once the cost keeps moving up and have constant tax and levies, you expect that the price will continue to go up. Now to some African news. Some people online have expressed anger after footage emerged of a group of Nigerian governors' wives celebrating the First Lady's birthday, apparently in Dubai. Aisha Buhari's birthday was on 17 February when she turned 51, but the video has only just emerged. It is not clear when it was filmed. A group of women who local media say are wives of local politicians can be seen crying, carrying a large box and flowers while singing happy birthday to you. Some people have questioned how the attendees paid for their travel to Dubai. Let's take a look at the video. We go for a break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back from that short break. Now moving on with entertainment news. Young British child singer Mahita Bell Kosa, professionally known as Mehi Kosa, has turned Ghanaians with a perfect cover of Second Sermon remix. Makosa, who is of Nigerian descent, perfectly sang the entire song by the first rising Ghanaian star, Black Sherif. Only 11-year-old, she has made a name for herself, delivering perfect covers of songs, especially those by Nigerian artists where her parents are believed to hail from. Makosa therefore took up to herself to deliver a cover of the track, and it is sensational beyond belief. Let's take a look at the video. Japoma Radio Adishim.
Be cautious, disciple.
Drop that plenty talking.
Be cautious, disciple.
Drop that plenty talking. I swear to God. Transactions is a cover. Yes, I chairman. Tia block no son. Tia bully up on a Yannick little boys bad 12. Your friend say you were fun. I feel a name and I say bra phone. Auntie Mary name say this to the life I live for you. Things I see of my eyes and catch my brow and now she goes stress so I keep it all to myself. Yeah, some of me gangster, yeah, me and me trust your fam. Tonight maybe I'm aware. Silence for a minute, rest in peace to Sister Mariam. Nyama my agenda, you bet you was her one day. Then I go tell you my story. So what you got on the side, bash and cry, me drop it.
Well, that is so entertaining and impressive. And that will be all for the midday news. But before we go, let's take a recap of our top stories. 4 NPP members seek injection on Sunyani East polling station election. With or without e-levy, Ghana will be going to IMF. Suleiman Brahma. Ayawaso West Worgon violence victims accuse government of failing to compensate them. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Japoma Radio GH, Instagram japoma.radiogh, YouTube King of Kings Media. Download the app on the Google Play Store. I am Josephine Nate. Stay tuned and have a good afternoon.